What if I told you the cloud storage service you're using right now could be leaking your private files, or that you're paying double what you should for half the security? In today's video, I'm revealing the shocking truth about the 10 best cloud storage providers in 2025, and the results might completely change the way you store your digital life. But first, coffee. Before we get to the first cloud storage provider, let's quickly talk about my methodology. I've carefully tested every major cloud storage provider, conducting detailed speed tests, security analysis, and real-world usage scenarios. For speed and performance test, we use a standardized 5 GB test folder containing a mix of document types, photos, and videos. Exactly the kind of diverse content you'd store in the cloud. All speed tests were conducted on a Windows virtual machine with 1 gigabits per second connection, throttled down to 100 megabits per second to ensure consistency throughout our testing. I didn't stop there though. I analyzed privacy policies line by line, verified server locations, tested encryption claims, and even examined how each service handles metadata. So, without further ado, let's kick things off with number 10 on this list. At number 10, we have Dropbox, the service that brought cloud storage to the mainstream. Despite increasing competition, Dropbox maintains a very strong position thanks to its robust sync features and mature feature set. In my extensive testing, Dropbox's sync capabilities proved consistently dependable, especially when handling large files and complex folder structure that you've accumulated over the last decade or so. They've done a great job with the Smart Sync feature. This keeps files in the cloud while still allowing you to access them locally, helping users free up space on their computers. And if you're anything like me, well, I'm a data hawk. I have so many files on my computer. I'm just thankful for any cloud storage service that offers me a little bit of space, more space than is on my current hard drive. I'm continuously impressed by how capable Dropbox is when it comes to integrations. It works seamlessly with popular workspace apps like Microsoft Office and Google Workspace. You can even create articles with its paper feature, like Word and Docs. You can collaborate with your team in real time. I'm not seeing as many features as Google Docs or Microsoft Word, but for drafting a solid article, paper is doing all the right things in my book. Dropbox shines with its robust business plans that focus on collaboration and integration. The service also includes built-in electronic signature features and advanced sharing controls that make document workflows surprisingly smooth. When it comes to pricing, Dropbox starts with a rather limited 2 GB free plan, which is terrible by 2025 standards. Paid plans begin at around $10 per month for 2 terabytes, placing it in line with competitors like Google Drive and OneDrive. However, to access premium features like file locking or adding passwords to shared links, you have to go with a higher priced plan. My most significant concerns with Dropbox revolve around privacy. The service's privacy policy explicitly states that they scan user files for various purposes, including feature implementation and platform improvement. While they claim this scanning is automated and secure, it removes the level of privacy you get when using zero-knowledge services. Or, in other words, services that don't have the ability to decrypt your files even if they wanted to. The service stores data primarily in the United States, which has less stringent privacy laws compared to some European locations. Fortunately, Dropbox also has service located in Australia, the EU, Japan, and the UK. However, Dropbox doesn't let you choose which server to host your data on unless you're on a team plan with at least 10 licenses. That said, Dropbox's security implementation is pretty solid, using AES 256-bit encryption for stored files and TLS protocols for data in transit. The platform offers two-factor authentication and has a good track record of responding to security incidents pretty transparently. One area where Dropbox has always performed well is with its speed. In my testing, upload and download speeds were generally very fast, although I've noticed that at times the speed can be quite inconsistent, as Dropbox can limit speeds based on the time of day, the location, internet service provider, my cold coffee in this mug. Dropbox is still a major player in the cloud storage game, offering new features and innovations. For example, it recently launched a backup feature which is convenient for those who only want to use one service for data storage and system backup. It's not cheap though, so make sure it meets your needs before shelling out the subscription fees. At number 9, okay, we're inching further in this video, we have Google Drive. Now, Google is the perfect example of the benefits and drawbacks of deep ecosystem integration. I'll get to that shortly so you know what I mean. For the everyday user, Google is doing all the right things. Its main attraction for those who just want to back up some files and maybe create some documents is that Google offers everyone 15 gigabytes of free storage space. It makes Google more generous than most of its competitors. But be mindful. The space you're given isn't only for Google Drive. Your Gmail, your Google Photos app, and other services like Docs and Sheets all share that amount. So anything more than light use, and you'll need to go to one of the paid options already. Google Drive's greatest strength lies in its seamless integration with, well, obviously Google Workspace applications. Apps like Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides are some of the best online productivity tools you'll find and I'll use every day. They make it easy to edit documents in real time with team members all around the world. Although they're not as feature-rich as their counterparts from maybe Microsoft Office, it's still a very good bang for your buck, which most of the time it's free. The pricing structure is straightforward, with 2 terabytes costing $10 each month, all the way up to 30 terabytes for roughly $150 per month. Another area that I consider a strength of Google Drive is its upload and download speeds. Both were very fast, and in my testing, I never noticed any throttling or inconsistency. For the elephant in the room, Google's approach to privacy raises significant concerns. The company's privacy policy explicitly states that it scans your files to provide personalized services, advertisements, and obviously, because it's Google, search results. Google Drive is the most popular service out there, at least on pure user count, and it's because it's easy, it works, and it's pretty affordable too. But if you're thinking about using the platform, then just take a moment to consider how invasive the company is with your personal privacy. At number 8 is Microsoft OneDrive, a service that also has deep integration into an established ecosystem. Like Google Drive, OneDrive's primary strength comes from its seamless integration with Microsoft's productivity suite. The service comes pre-installed on Windows devices running Windows 10 and 11, making it an effortless choice for Windows users, but this convenience comes with some important caveats. Its standout feature is its integration with Microsoft Office apps. Like Google, Microsoft offers real-time collaboration and automatic saving that feels natural and pretty responsive. On the desktop app, the Files on Demand feature works similarly to Dropbox's Smart Sync. Basically, it allows you to see all your files locally while only downloading what you need in that particular time. Now, security-wise, OneDrive implements AES 256-bit encryption for your stored files. But like Google Drive, it's not a zero-knowledge service, as it doesn't offer client-side encryption in any capacity. Microsoft can technically access your files, and the service's privacy policy indicates they scan content for various purposes. There is a personal vault, which you can use to protect your most sensitive files, but it's really just a fancy way of saying two-factor authentication, which comes as standard on most apps these days. The Sync client performs reliably in most situations, though it can struggle with very large files. Photo management features are solid, with automatic camera roll backup and some basic editing tools. However, the web interface can feel a little bit cluttered, especially when dealing with shared files and folders from multiple sources or thousands and thousands of pictures. With uploads and downloads, OneDrive had similar speeds as Google Drive and Dropbox. I was able to upload large files fast and with little drain on my CPU. All the testing results you can find in the description box below, so you know which one is the fastest if that's your main priority here. OneDrive offers 5 gigabytes of free storage, putting it on the more conservative end of the free storage spectrum. There are plenty of paid options, and you can get up to 6 terabytes of storage when you bundle it with Microsoft 365. If you are heavily investing in the Microsoft ecosystem or need affordable, capable cloud storage, OneDrive is certainly a good option. However, if you want something a little more private, a little more intimate, go with another provider. At number 7, we have Koofr, which offers a unique approach to cloud storage by focusing on connecting and managing multiple cloud services. This Slovenia-based service stands out for its clean interface and strong privacy features, adhering to strict European data protection regulations. You can use Koofr independently or connected to multiple servers within one space. Say, you have some files on Dropbox or Google Drive. You can access them by integrating your accounts into Koofr's platform. It's just a much easier way to manage files rather than having to jump through different services, different authentication methods, different logins. It's very easy in one platform. In general, the service offers excellent file management tools, including duplicate file detection and a powerful search function that works across all connected services. However, when it comes to data transfer speeds, Koofr lags behind some of the more recognizable names on our list. While uploading or downloading data, it won't place a huge burden on your CPU or memory, but it takes a little longer than I feel it really should. Privacy is a major focus with Koofr implementing client-side encryption and maintaining service in the EU. The service is transparent about its data handling practices and really doesn't scan user files for any purposes, which is a huge plus in my book. The web interface is intuitive and responsive, while the desktop and mobile apps provide reliable sync functionality. The service includes fairly unique features like email to cloud upload and WebDAV support, making it particularly useful for tech-savvy users who want to integrate cloud storage with other services and applications or design their own cloud storage strategy. The base storage offerings are modest compared to other providers, with paid plans starting at relatively high prices for the storage provided. You can get 10 gigabytes for free, but you need if you need 2.5 terabytes of storage, it's going to cost almost 200 euros annually. Yikes, quite expensive. Moving on. Mega stands out at number 6 on our list for its emphasis on privacy and generous free storage. The service offers zero-knowledge encryption by default and provides 20 gigabytes of free storage, which can be expanded through various achievements and referrals. This combination of security and storage makes it an attractive option for privacy-conscious users. Now, Mega really goes all out when making your files secure. There is end-to-end encryption for all files and for all messages sent through its native chat tool. Server locations are distributed globally, with data centers in Europe, in Canada, in New Zealand, offering good performance regardless of your location. The web interface is clean and functional, though it can take some time to get used to the encryption-focused design. File sharing is well implemented, with the ability to share encrypted links, set password expiration dates, and password protect your files. I really like the design of Mega's mobile apps. It has useful features like automatic camera uploads and offline file access. I love all the good parts of Mega, but there are also some clear downsides. The biggest is that it lacks productivity tools and doesn't offer any integrations. So it's never going to be a Google or Microsoft alternative. Something else that I find really annoying is that every plan comes with a bandwidth limit, meaning you can only upload or download a set amount of data per month. Performance is another factor, as Mega won't win any awards for speed. Don't get me wrong, it's far from the slowest service, but I noticed a noticeable difference between uploads and downloads, and at times speeds briefly dropped with larger files. While paid plans offer substantial storage going all the way up to 16 terabytes, they're priced higher than many competitors, starting at more than $10 monthly for 2 terabytes. All in all, Mega is a great cloud storage to try if you want to experience something more secure than the big names on this list. And with 20 gigabytes of free storage, you have really a lot of space to work with and to play around with. At number 5, we have iDrive, a service that blurs the line between traditional cloud storage and backup solutions. What sets iDrive apart is its hybrid approach. You're getting both synchronization capabilities like a standard cloud storage service and comprehensive backup features typically found in dedicated backup solutions. What makes iDrive stand out from the other services is its ability to back up entire disk images, including the operating system and system settings. So if you lost or damaged your computer beyond repair, you can simply load everything back up through restoring, and trust me, this is a professional lifesaver for anyone dealing with large amounts of data and work-based systems. If you're like a system admin, it's crucial to be able to restore systems quickly and have another backup in the cloud, and iDrive might be a good solution for this. iDrive does a solid job when it comes to security. It uses 256-bit AES encryption for all stored files. While it's not a zero-knowledge provider by default, it lets you turn on client-side encryption during sign-up if you want it to be. Just make sure you select the option when you register. If you don't, well, there is no real going back, and you'll have to make do with a reduced level of privacy for your files. Moving on to iDrive's apps. The desktop client is feature-rich, but can be somewhat overwhelming for new users due to the sheer number of options available. The mobile apps are good, offering features like mobile device and social media account backup. When it comes to speed, iDrive's performance is literally amazing, with block-level file copying helping to speed up subsequent backups after the initial upload. It's routinely ranked at the top or near the top of the list in our speed test. The service also includes bandwidth throttling options, helping users prevent backup operations from overwhelming their internet connection while streaming Netflix or HBO. On the pricing front, iDrive offers an insane amount of different storage quotas. There are almost 30 different plans ranging from 100 gigabytes to 500 terabytes, the largest of which are intended for businesses. There's also a 10 gigabyte free plan, and new users get a 75% discount on their first year if you sign up through one of our links that I'll leave you down in the description box below. To me, iDrive is an excellent option if you're in the market for cloud storage with an emphasis on backup. If you're looking for more advanced sync and share options though, I think you'll be better off with something else on our list. So keep watching this video until we reach the best provider of 2025. Up next, we have Internxt. It's a service that's made significant waves in the cloud storage space, and that's mainly because it's an open source solution that has some best-in-class privacy features. Internxt takes a unique approach to file storage using client-side encryption by default and fragmenting files across multiple servers for enhanced security. This means your files aren't just encrypted, they are split into pieces and distributed, making unauthorized access virtually impossible. The service maintains servers in the EU and plans to be among the first cloud providers to implement post-quantum encryption. Now, that sounds fancy, right? In terms of usability, the web interface is clean and modern, though it prioritizes simplicity over advanced features. The mobile apps are particularly well designed, offering secure photo backup and easy file access. One standout feature is the command line interface, which power users will appreciate for automation and scripting tasks. The service also supports WebDAV, making it versatile for integration with other applications and services. Where Internxt occasionally stumbles is in speed performance. The encryption and file fragmentation process can add a little overhead to uploads and downloads, making it somewhat slower than less secure alternatives. However, for users who prioritize privacy and security over raw speed, this trade-off might be worth it. Pricing is competitive, but it's not the cheapest. With plans starting around $3.99 monthly for 200 gigabytes, it's still quite cheap, but there are other cheaper services. However, Internxt offers lifetime plans at significant discounts. You can get 2 terabytes of storage for a one-time payment of $299, making it cost-effective for long-term users. The free plan offers only 1 gigabyte of storage, which, well, I'm not sure I've seen one less generous than that, to be honest. It's 2025, so 1 gigabyte is virtually nothing. Internxt is a good option for the privacy conscious among us as it puts a premium on protecting your data. However, if you're looking for both privacy and a lot of features, then keep watching the video as I have a couple of excellent options coming up in top 3. Breaking it into our top providers at number 3 is Icedrive. In my speed tests, iDrive consistently outperformed most competitors, routinely making it into the top 3. This is a bit surprising because often enhanced security and privacy result in worse performance, but Icedrive takes a somewhat unique approach to security. While most providers use AES 256-bit encryption, Icedrive implements two-fish encryption. Some security experts argue it provides better protection, but realistically, there is little functional difference between the two. Like I said, the service offers client-side encryption on paid plans, but not on the free ones. Icedrive has gone through several third-party audits and has always been praised for its security and privacy efforts. The user interface deserves a special mention. It's dear to my heart. It's arguably the most visually appealing of any cloud storage service we've tested, although I acknowledge that this is a pretty subjective take. Still, the clean, modern design makes file management intuitive, while the built-in file preview supports a wide range of formats. Examples include MP3s, .mov, .mp4s, and vector files. Another standout feature is the virtual drive. Oh my god, do I love virtual drive features. I cannot imagine any cloud storage service not having a virtual drive feature these days because it's so useful. You can use this drive feature on your computer, and the beauty is you can access your files without them taking up hard drive space. That's great, right? Originally, this was only available on Windows, but Icedrive has now released a virtual drive client for both Mac and Linux as well. Pricing is another strong point for Icedrive, with plans starting at just $5 per month for 1 terabyte of storage, and the service offers both monthly and annual plans, plus lifetime options that can provide significant savings for long-term users. And as usual, we have special discount links in the description box below, so if you're in the market for a lifetime cloud storage solution of 2 terabytes, check out the premium discount codes we have available for you at this time. Icedrive is a very solid option if security and privacy are your top concerns, and it's the top 3 for a reason. The main issue is that the next 2 options are just a little bit better, they offer just a little bit more, and that's why, coming in at number 2, we have pCloud. It has earned its position through a combination of excellent features, strong performance, and a unique pricing option. This Swiss-based service stands out immediately with its lifetime plans. Instead of monthly or annual subscriptions, you can pay once for permanent access. Although, if you prefer, you can still pay yearly or monthly. Now, check out the links in the description box below because we have always unique deals with pCloud that give you sometimes even 10 terabytes for life at ridiculously low prices if you really compare it to the lifetime of the account. pCloud's media handling capabilities are outstanding. In fact, it's the best I've seen from any service. The built-in media player supports more formats than any competitor I've tested, making it an excellent choice for users who need to store and stream audio and video files. All the security measures are in place. With your files encrypted using AES 256-bit encryption, pCloud offers client-side encryption, but the downer is you've got to pay extra to get it. It's cheap enough, but my number 1 cloud storage service includes it in its plans. By the way, pCloud encryption is limited to a specific folder, not your entire account. However, anything you keep in this folder does have client-side encryption, and you'll need a password to access it. Note that all your files on pCloud are encrypted, but pCloud encryption makes that happen client-side rather than on the company's servers. While it's, well, slightly disappointing that client-side encryption requires an additional payment, the implementation is very solid. The service maintains data centers in both the US and the EU, allowing users to choose their preferred storage location during sign-up. Performance in our testing was impressive, with pCloud routinely coming in at the top 5 fastest cloud storage in our tests. And by the way, if you want all the raw data from our speed test, you can check out this video that I've linked down below in the description box, and you can check all the speed numbers, all the speed tests that we've done, or read through the article that we've also compiled so you can make the best decision if speed is really a top priority for cloud storage services. One reason for the speed of pCloud is that pCloud implements block level sync efficiently, meaning only change portions of files are uploaded during updates. This results in significantly faster sync times for large files that undergo frequent small changes. It also has selective sync, which lets you choose what folders or files sync across your devices. pCloud has mobile apps for both iOS and Android, which are pretty excellent extensions of your main account. With the mobile apps, you can access your data as long as you have a connection. It also features automatic photo upload. I also really like that I can create playlists from my music files and shuffle my songs if I want a random musical experience. Ever since I loaded all my music into pCloud, I've stopped using Spotify and Apple Music entirely, so that's another subscription that I personally can save. pCloud's free plan gives you up to 10 gigabytes of free storage space, which is plenty to test the service. And you can opt for a lifetime plan, which pays for itself in the long run. Annual subscriptions start at around $50 for 500 gigabytes. Alternatively, you can opt for the family plan if you have more users accessing the account, which is basically shareable with up to 5 other people. There's a lot to like about pCloud, and it has certainly earned its number 2 ranking in our list. The combination of features, performance, pricing, security, privacy, well, it's all there. It's really hard to beat. The fact you have to pay for client-side protection is the biggest sticking point for me and the only thing keeping it from the number 1 spot, at least in 2025. Taking the crown as our number 1 cloud storage service, drum roll, is Sync.com. This Canadian provider has consistently demonstrated excellence across all of our testing categories for the past, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. But its standout feature is the inclusion of client-side encryption on all plans, even the free one. No additional fees required. The implementation of zero-knowledge encryption doesn't compromise usability. The service still offers excellent file sharing features, including password protection, expiry dates, and download limits for shared files. Collaboration features match anything offered by less secure competitors. The service integrates well with Microsoft Office for real-time document editing while maintaining end-to-end encryption. The web interface is clean and intuitive, though it lacks some basic features like drag and drop, and definitely an area where the service could make some improvements, maybe towards 2026. That would be nice. Thank you very much. I would love that. The mobile apps are arguably better to look at and use compared to the desktop app, and include the ability to play music or watch videos directly from the cloud on your device. Pricing is highly competitive, with 2 terabytes costing just $8 monthly on the annual plan, and business plans offer unlimited storage starting at $15 per user per month, making it an excellent choice for teams handling large amounts of data. The free plan offers 5 gigabytes of storage. Not the most generous, but includes most premium features, allowing users to properly test the service. Only major drawback with Sync.com is its transfer speeds. It's always been firmly in the middle of the pack in our speed test, well behind speed demons like Icedrive, pCloud, and IDrive. That said, most users will probably still find it fast enough for day-to-day uploads and downloads. All in all, unless you're committed to a specific ecosystem like Google or Microsoft, Sync.com is going to be your best option for cloud storage in 2025. The cloud storage landscape continues to evolve rapidly, with providers constantly adding new features and adjusting their offerings, lowering or sometimes increasing their pricing. And while these rankings represent the current state of the market in early 2025, it's worth noting that features and pricing can change quickly. That's why I regularly update my reviews of each service, and by clicking the link in the description box below, you not only support this channel, but you also get the best current deals, no matter if it's 2026, 27, because we update the links regularly, so you never miss out on the best cloud storage deals, no matter when you watch this video. Choosing the right cloud storage service ultimately depends on your specific needs. Whether you're a creative professional handling large media files like I do here for these videos, a business team collaborating on sensitive documents, lawyers, accountants, or an individual looking for a secure backup solution for your photos or private file collection, there's a service that fits your requirements. And here at CloudWords, we've aimed to provide not just the rankings, but the context you need to make an informed decision. What's your experience with these cloud storage services? Which cloud storage service do you use currently? Let us know in the comments below. If you agree with our rankings or if you disagree completely, I would love to know if we've missed something important. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth tech reviews and hit that bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. You know the drill. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.